Welcome back, everyone. This is Everyone Loves Pirates, and I am going to show you how I prepare for an embark, just in case you're curious for this playthrough, how I got to what we ended up choosing. I don't know what it is yet. I loaded one of my previous just kind of templates for things, and I'm kind of looking through it now. I've looked at a couple of the dwarfs, and so far they look pretty good. So you'll see there's already been some points distributed. Like this character, this dwarf will be a proficient cook. I can hit V to view this this woman dwarfs, just kind of her everything that we know about her, who she is. It's one of the ways that this game is just so in depth and intense. So I mean, there's some things that some personal traits she might have that make her a good cook or make her a horrible cook. And some of these things can change over time. She can get better. But I do kind of like to, and like I said, this is why I can spend hours doing, like literally spend hours embarking, because I want to just find just the perfect jobs for these dwarfs and just the right stuff. And um, to me, it's just so much fun to read about these people. So she is, if you look at the bottom of the green text where it gets a little darker, she has good intuition, very good creativity, good kinesthetic sense. I think she'll actually make a pretty good chef. She does have poor empathy and poor focus, but you can't win them all. So I'm going to customize her and give her her profession a name, just so I can glance real quick and see that yes, she is the chef. Now this next one I have set to be the brewer, and if we hit V, we can see, this is quite a decent dwarf. Quick to heal and tough, susceptible to disease and clumsy. She may not, or yeah, another she. She may not make a great, uh, like martial dwarf, let's say, but good affinity for language and a sharp intellect. I might actually switch her to be the leader. This one is my leader, so oops, let's check the leader skills here. Durable but weak. Great sense of empathy, that's good. Analytical abilities, good creativity, kinesthetic sense, bad memory, and a little difficulty with words. That's not great. So we might switch these two. I don't know if this would be necessarily. Yeah, actually, this would probably be decent for a brewer. I mean, there's a wiki that shows you what all these traits mean. I'm just trying to go off of what I think I remember from having played this game last, maybe like 6 months ago. This was going to be my grower. Never sick, quick to heal, and tough. Good intuition, affinity for language, lots of willpower. Questionable spatial sense, meager kinesthetic sense. And this one, durable. I mean, some of these are actually better dwarfs than I usually remember getting. Very good sense of empathy, good intuition, difficulty with words, spatial sense, horrible willpower, and poor creativity. Spatial sense isn't great. It's only a little difficulty, but it's durable and agile. This would make a good martial dwarf. For some reason, he's a proficient teacher, an adequate swimmer. I don't know what I was thinking with that. I might have just been playing around with the teacher aspect, which, to be honest with you, I can't quite remember what that is now. So I'm just going to mark that as a good soldier, and we'll put points into it in a second once we figure out what everybody else is. Mighty and slow to tire, excellent. Only a large deficit of willpower. And what do we have you as? Proficient teacher. Did I have that on 2 people? Or did I just end up... Weird. It could be a little mistake as well. I might have somehow switched characters somewhere. You know what I was probably doing? I was probably going to not make them martial characters off the bat, but make them really strong teachers and then turn them into martial characters in the game with some kind of gamey stuff and see if they would teach other dwarves really quickly. But we won't worry with something as complex as that this time around. Flimsy, quick to tire, poor empathy, short of patience, good creativity. So nothing, we don't want this one to do anything that's mission critical. Let's see, what were you? You were the grower. You were the leader that we were going to switch. You were the brewer. And chef. So we still need a mason architect. That's it there. That's our mason architect. This is the one that's flimsy and quick to tire. Not exactly what I'm looking for in a mason. But maybe the one I was going to change. Quick to key. I should have made better notes. Okay, so I think this was going to be our new leader, right? Great affinity for language. I thought we had someone who was... Okay, so here's empathy, but difficulty with words, which is our current one. Okay, this is going to be our grower. See, now you can see how I can spend hours doing this. Even still, I feel like I'm rushing quite a bit. I'd rather... where's grower? There it is. Oops. So, farmer. Just real quick, this was going to be probably a miner. I think you are going to be the leader. And you are what? You are the leader, and you need to be... She's weak, but durable. This would probably make a good mason. Just the analytical abilities, and creativity, and kinesthetic sense. Maybe not the analytical abilities so much, but the creativity and the kinesthetic sense, I think, helps a lot for a mason. So I'm going to copy my leader settings here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it like this. And then judge intent. Just because it's been so long that I can't remember necessarily what I like to do. You still have the old stuff, huh? Thought I checked that. Apparently not. I missed it. Okay, so record keeper, conversationalist. I mean, these may not be the right ones, but it's what I've done in the past, apparently. So I'm going to stick with it. There we go. Yeah. And then this one was going to be our... Right. It's going to be our mason. And who was the mason? It's the grower that we're going to change. Okay, I'll try to remember what the good settings are for the mason. What do we have? Okay, great. So, the proficient mason The mason also needs, or I like to have the mason be my architecture. You do need someone doing architecture. Where is that? Building designer, I think is what it is. Probably doesn't need to be all the way to the max, but I like to specialize people. He can learn how to be an engraver. That's not difficult to do. We'll get more dwarves coming in that can fill in the blanks. There's a lot of stuff that I don't even bother with. Oh, we don't have our Fisherdwarf. Man, I think I picked the wrong preset. I definitely want my Fisherdwarf. Okay, so we have our chef, leader, mason, definitely. We're going to have 2 miners. They're probably going to end up turning into soldiers eventually. That might be worthwhile having one. We have a farmer. So you're the one that's left. Okay. I think you can be a Fisherdwarf for me. I could be missing something horrible, but I love Fisherdwarfs, and unfortunately, I usually end up fishing out the rivers completely, which is a shame that you can do that. But you can. And I'm looking for swimmer. There it is. So not swimmer is bad. Novice is okay. Adequate, I think, means they can like. Adequate or competent means that they will, like, if they fall into the water, they'll be okay. They won't drown. Whereas these guys have to, like, novice, you have to just, like, barely go in and figure it out. And the other thing I want, just in case he gets attacked by something, I don't know if, I think maybe just Dodger, so he might be able to get away. I wish there was, like, Marathon Runner. Do adequate dodger and a competent swimmer, just in case like a crocodile comes after him or some crazy, whatever the mirthful thing will be. Okay, so you are my Fisherdwarf. It's like Fisherman, but Fisherdwarf. It's the full term. And so we have the ones that are going to be miners. We have our farmer. Does our farmer need? Do we want to double duty our farmer? Probably. We have our. Oh, we got rid of our brewer. That's right. Oh, yeah, we can combine farmer and brewer, probably. I mean, we could do the same with the chef, but brewing's so important. Oh, I think the food is so important too, but obviously the liquor is the most important thing. I usually end up with so much food too. It's gonna sound weird, but food is overpowered in this game. Basically, I end up trading like entire caravans worth of stuff for some of these amazing meals, like a few amazing meals that I've made. Okay, so where's Brewer? Right there. There we go. Once again, I like specialties. Chef, can we use slashes? Brewer, chef. I like that better. You're a brewer first. You know, it seems like a waste to dump a bunch of points into mining. Let's work on this soldier first. Let's actually make someone who's a good soldier or a decent soldier, and then we'll have them mine. So there's a few thoughts. Let's see what I'm bringing already. I am bringing a battle axe, copper. Iron anvil, blah 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 blah. Silver warhammer. Okay, so I wanted to make a Hammerdwarf with this in the past. As long as we still have an axe, I kind of like having a hammer dwarf. I just think dwarves should have hammers. Hammers or axes. It seems dwarfy. Silver because it's got a lot of mass, a lot of weight. They'll form around their skull when you hit them with it, and yeah. If you've never seen combat reports in this game, they're amazing. He doesn't have to be that good though, because we want him to have some shield and armor use. He can learn to be a fighter. And he can learn all this stuff. Dodger. Don't really want him wrestling or anything. Why not? I'm not trying to make super overpowered dwarves either. Though I might end up doing the training room deal. The spear rooms. And our miner. I'm out of points. Which isn't surprising. I mean, the other guy's not going to have any skill in mining either. Let's just leave him completely skillless. Sorry, Monum. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Okay. So we have 5 points, which really won't do anything for us. But we already have all this stuff figured out. We can look at problems and see what ended up not coming through. It was just meat. I like bringing a lot of different types of meat. So we can always just grab a little bit more of, just something, some seeds or maybe we have 2 of just regular sand. Might have been a reason for that. It might be a typo. Where's the plump helmet spawn? Pigtail seeds, cave wheat seeds, sweet pod, rock nuts. Got a bunch of milk and stuff. Someone can eventually make cheese, apparently. Most of that was to get barrels and stuff. So I'm gonna go down 1 on sand. Gives me 6 to play with. And I'll just get some more dwarven something. Do you have any dwarven? Let's see what we can get. Where's the new? Let's see what sort of. Okay. Maybe we took all the liquor, all the drinks. Meat, fish, eggs, plants, seeds. Simple comps are useless, in my opinion. Bring some blood. Okay. I want some dwarven whiskey. I'm going to drink some dwarven whiskey at some point during this series, I'm sure. Probably very soon. I don't see any dwarven wine either. Can I just not see? Oh, there it is. Wine, rum, made from sugar. Let's just grab some more wine. Everyone likes dwarven wine. There we go. Good enough. Okay. The last things we need to do is name our fortress and our group. So right now we're the figure paints, which is kind of lame. I don't have anything in mind. I may just hit random until I find something kind of cool. Was this for, I forget which one I chose. This is for the name of the fortress. What will our fortress be named? Sunkenshield. I kind of like that because I think we're going to have to dig it into the ground. We'll have a sunken area in the middle of a plain. Excellent. And then we need to name our group of dwarfs. Pink seals, interesting. The rare pillars, acts of soothing. Um, you know what? I kind of like that. There we go. Since we're going to a merciful place, will be the axe of soothing. Yes. Very good. So this is where we will embark. I'll just start right now as I kind of talk through the end of this. And if you're watching this series, you haven't got to the actual episodes, please give me your comments and just what you think, what you would like to see me do. Maybe if you see me do something stupid, you can let me know. If I'm complaining that I don't know how to do something, you tell me how to do it. That's perfectly fine. I love getting the comments. I just, I don't know everything about the game. I have played this game a ton, and I have read through the wiki a ton, and I think the last time I played it was on this version still. I think it's been a long time since they've updated to another version and added a bunch of stuff. So I shouldn't be too far behind the eight ball when it comes to getting back into things. But please, just the more you're involved, the more you participate, the more fun it is for me and hopefully for you as well. And I will reward you. I will give you names. I will name dwarves after you. Maybe really cool other things in the game. There's a lot of customization you can do. So just keep that in mind. I want this to be interesting and involving and engaging to everybody. So thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next episode where we strike the earth.